Alexander McCarroll, Sandy Patchno, November 23, 1889, November 21, 1945, was a distinguished United States Army officer who rose to the rank of four-star general posthumously and played a significant role in both World Wars. Below is a comprehensive account of his life, drawn from various sources, including his military career, personal life, and legacy. Early life and background. Alexander McCarroll Patch was born on November 23, 1889, at Fort Huachuca, Arizona Territory, where his father, Captain Alexander M. Patch Sr., commanded a cavalry detachment. His father was a graduate of the United States Military Academy, USMA, at West Point, class of 1877. His mother, Annie Moore Patch, was the daughter of Congressman William S. Moore of Pennsylvania. Patch was of German, Scottish, and Irish descent, and his family's military background heavily influenced his career choice. His eldest brother, Joseph Dorst Patch, also joined the Army in 1909. Education. Patch spent a year at Lehigh University. Before receiving an appointment to West Point in 1909, initially interested in following his father into the cavalry, he recognized its obsolescence due to modern warfare and chose the infantry branch instead. He graduated on June 12, 1913, ranked 75th in a class of 93. Alexander McCarroll, Sandy Patch's early military career laid the foundation for his distinguished service in both World Wars. Below is a detailed account of his early military career, commissioning and initial assignments 1913-1916. Graduation from West Point. Patch graduated from the United States Military Academy USMA at West Point on June 12, 1913, ranked 75th in a class of 93, initially drawn to the cavalry, like his father. Captain Alexander M. Patch Sr., he recognized its declining relevance due to modern warfare and chose the infantry branch instead. Commissioned as a second lieutenant. Patch was assigned to the 18th Infantry Regiment in Texas City, Texas. His early service included duty along the Mexican border in 1916, where he gained experience in military operations during a period of tension with Mexico, including the punitive expedition led by General John J. Pershing against Pancho Villa. This assignment provided Patch with practical exposure to field operations and leadership in a challenging environment. World War I. After the U.S. entered World War I in April 1917. Patch was promoted to captain in May 1917 and deployed to France with the 1st Division as part of the American Expeditionary Forces, AE. He served in key battles, including the Second Battle of the Marne, the Battle of Saint-Mihiel, and the Meuse-Argonne Offensive, the largest battle in U.S. Army history at the time. His leadership caught the attention of Colonel George C. Marshall, a future Army Chief of Staff. Patch also attended the British Army's Machine Gun School in England and commanded the 3rd Machine Gun Battalion of the 1st Division. He later directed the U.S. Army's Machine Gun School until October 1918. During this period, he contracted pneumonia, a recurring health issue, and was promoted to temporary lieutenant colonel in October 1918, commanding a battalion of the 18th Infantry Regiment, Pacific Theater 194-219-43. Patch's World War II service began in the Pacific, where he was instrumental in organizing defenses and leading critical campaigns. Promotion and assignment to New Caledonia, March 1942. Promoted to Major General on March 10, 1942, Patch was sent to the South Pacific to organize the defense of New Caledonia, a strategically vital island linking the United States and Australia. Under General George C. Marshall's direction, Patch formed the Americal Division, a name derived from American and New Caledonian from various units, including the 51st Infantry Brigade and other task forces. This division, the only U.S. Army division formed overseas during the war, became a key force under his command. Guadalcanal Canal Campaign, October 1942, February 1943, reinforcement and command. In October 1942, Patch sent the Americal Division's 164th Infantry Regiment to reinforce the 1st Marine Division on Guadalcanal. Relieving malaria-stricken Marines, in December 1942, he assumed command of the 14th Corps, taking charge of all ground operations on the island, including Army and Marine forces. Key battles. Patch personally directed operations in the battles of Mount Austin, the Galloping Horse, and the Seahorse, which were critical in driving Japanese forces from Guadalcanal. His leadership culminated in the island's liberation. By February 1943, a turning point in the Pacific theater that weakened Japanese control in the Solomon Islands. Patch's ability to coordinate Army and Marine forces was exceptional, earning him the Army Distinguished Service Medal and the Navy Distinguished Service Medal. His forces inflicted significant losses on Japanese land, naval, and air units, contributing to the broader Allied strategy in the Pacific. Interim Command, 1943. 1944, after recovering, Patch commanded the 4th Corps at Fort Lewis, Washington, and briefly led the Desert Training Center, November 1943, January 1944. Preparing troops for combat in varied environments. These roles kept him engaged in training and leadership while he regained his strength. European Theater 1944-1945. Patch's service in Europe, particularly his leadership of the 7th Army, marked the pinnacle of his World War II contributions. Command of the 7th Army March 1944 in March 1944. Patch was assigned command of the 7th Army in Algiers, succeeding Lieutenant General Mark W. Clark, who was leading the 5th Army in Italy. Patch oversaw planning for Operation Dragoon, the Allied invasion of southern France, from bases in Algiers and Naples. Operation Dragoon, August 1944. On August 15, 1944, Patch led the 7th Army's amphibious landing in Provence, France. 3 days later, on August 18, 1944, he was promoted to lieutenant general. The invasion was a success, with Patch's forces rapidly advancing up the Rhine Valley. Key achievements included link-up with Patton's 3rd Army on September. The 7th Army joined forces with General George S. Patton's 3rd Army near Dijon, France, creating a continuous Allied front in Western Europe. Advance into Germany. Patch's army breached the Siegfried Line, Germany's fortified western border, and captured parts of Lorraine, Alsace, and Bavaria. His forces played a critical role in the liberation of southern France and the subsequent push into Germany. Battle of Nuremberg, April 1945. During the Battle of Nuremberg, Patch narrowly escaped death on April 18, 1945, when his Stinson L-5 Sentinel aircraft was intercepted by a German Messerschmitt Bf 109. His pilot, Technical Sergeant Robert Stretton, skillfully evaded the fighter, earning the Distinguished Flying Cross. Patch's preference for smaller aircraft, allowing him to stay close to his troops, reflected his hands-on leadership style, even at personal risk. He had declined General Dwight D. Eisenhower's offer of a larger, safer B-25 Mitchell ******* personal tragedy. On October 22, 1944, Patch suffered a devastating personal loss when his son, Captain Alexander M. Patch III, a 1942 West Point graduate, was killed in action near Luneville, France, while leading C Company, 315th Infantry Regiment, 79th Infantry Division. Captain Patch was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, Silver Star, and Purple Heart for his heroic actions, particularly in battles near Sailly, France. In August 1944, strategic and leadership impact versatility, Patch was one of only 2 U.S. Army officers, alongside Lucian Truscott, to command a division, corps, and field army during World War II, demonstrating his ability to operate at multiple levels of command. Coordination. His success in Guadalcanal highlighted his skill in joint operations, effectively integrating Army and Marine forces in Europe. His coordination with other Allied armies, including Patton's 3rd Army, was critical to the success of the broader campaign. Patch's ability to transition from the jungle warfare of the Pacific to the mechanized and urban combat of Europe showcased his strategic flexibility and resilience. Despite recurring health issues, returned to the United States, August 1945, with Japan's surrender still uncertain in mid-1945. Patch was assigned to command the 4th Army at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, in August 1945, preparing for a potential invasion of Japan. However, his health, weakened by earlier bouts of pneumonia and the physical toll of his Pacific service, continued to decline. Decorations and recognition. Patch's World War. To service earned him numerous accolades. Army Distinguished Service Medal with 2 bronze oak leaf clusters for his leadership in Guadalcanal and Europe. Navy Distinguished Service Medal for his coordination of joint forces in the Pacific. Various campaign medals for his service in both theaters. Postwar service. August 1945. November 1945, after his distinguished service in World War II, Alexander McCarroll Sandy Patch returned to the United States in August 1945 to prepare for a potential invasion of Japan, which was still anticipated at the time due to the ongoing war in the Pacific. He was assigned to command the 4th Army at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. This role involved overseeing training and readiness for U.S. forces, a critical task given the uncertainty surrounding Japan's surrender, which occurred on August 15, 1945, shortly after Patch's reassignment. Though formalities extended into September death, November 21, 1945, Patch's health deteriorated rapidly after his return to the U.S. He was hospitalized at Brooke General Hospital at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, for lung-related issues stemming from his chronic pneumonia. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more military and geopolitical updates.